Take your iPhone, point in total darkness, you will get image. Well, is this image cinematography? I don't think so.
How does a new cinematographer come to understand lighting?
How a new cinematographer comes to understand lighting is by failing, by doing things that you might think it works, but it doesn't. You have to really try and fail in order to understand. Lighting is not a simple thing. These are tools. Each of these lights does something different. There's so many lights, more than ever nowadays. But in its essence, light is a light. You learn from nature. You have to learn how to observe what light does in nature. And then if you get in a dark stage like here, when you put one light and turn it on, you have to understand what this light does. So the hardest thing here for cinematographer is to grasp the concept that you can create with the light that you see in your mind. You have to see the image. You have to feel the image as you read the script. Like, okay, it's going to be like that, okay. And then for this, I need this, and this, and this, and this. And plan it properly to make sure it's all in place. That's the key thing, I think, for cinematographers to understand, and that comes with experience. You might have, of course, experience, but talent too. You have to have a certain level of talent. But I think equally as talent, it's more important that you are constantly doing and sharpening your skills, understanding and learning about lights. I learn about lights all the time. Like all the time. Even today I learned about some light that one of my students opened, like, oh, that's interesting light, okay. I will memorize that one. So that's a process, constantly learning. And so for the new cinematographers, that's the biggest, I would say, the challenge for the new cinematographers is thinking that you can just point the camera and shoot. Yes, you can. More than ever. More than ever, you can just point the camera, you will get image. You will get image in total darkness. Take your iPhone, point in total darkness, you will get image. Well, is this image cinematography? I don't think so. It's not. But it's image. Do you need to light it? You still need to light it, because lighting and understanding lighting is what gives you control. What gives you as a cinematographer tools that you can tell the story. It's the same way like, you can take a blank canvas. You still have to use certain type of brush to do certain things. If you don't know what brush is for what, you'll not be able to paint a picture. Or at least you'll not be able to paint a picture that you would like to paint, picture that you see in your mind. Or if somebody commissions you to do your portrait and you don't know how to use a specific combination of colors and brushes and everything, you will not be able to deliver, which is kind of what we do as cinematographers. You're given a script, you talk with the director, you talk to producers, you have all the kind of discussions, creative discussions, reference images, all kind of stuff, and then you show up on the set, okay, and where's my image? And it's like, oops, I didn't get this light because I did not know I might need that light or something like that. So that's when you really have to know what you're doing. And in order to achieve that point, you have to do as much as possible mistakes, errors. Like I was lucky to do in the school, and that's what school is for. School is to try and you might succeed or you might fail, but I still believe that this is the best process and it stays with you for life. As all my student films and my little exercises I did when I was in film school stayed with me. I know exactly the lights what I was pointing. I even know now all the lights, or majority of the light, what I did with lights in any of the films and TV shows or anything that I've done, because it stays with you. It's part of your whole creative, persona.
What do most new cinematographers get wrong with backlighting? Well,
backlighting, like any other, each light has a reason, has a purpose. You can use a backlight. Backlight tends to make things look a little bit more interesting, more dramatic. But you have to know the reason why. Why you want to use a backlight? Like exactly what we did this morning. Okay, we put the backlight. We put 3 backlights. Actually, we put 4 backlights. See what happens. And each of these backlights does something different. You know, we have up there that one outlines and give a texture to the talent. But to make it even more interesting, the first person we had when we were setting light had completely different hair. It was very blonde and light. And that light that we set for that person looked completely different when we get another talent. So that's another thing that you like, okay, that backlight might be, there's no universally applicable backlight. They all do the same thing, but depending what you're lighting, it will give you a certain look or not. Same thing we talk about haze, like if you use a smoke. Okay, backlight, you have to have some kind of backlight, but how much of the backlight you're going to use? Well, depends on how much smoke you have. Obviously, the stronger the backlight, the less the smoke you have. The more in your direct access with your camera, the backlight might be too strong. And it's very easy to overdo it. Like, again, with cooking, it's very easy to overdo the steak if you don't know exactly what cut and what's the temperature and what's the time and what taste you're going for. Are you going for medium rare, or you're going for rare, or for, God forbid, medium well? So that's kind of what it comes to. Like, you have to know what you're trying to achieve with that and everything that light does in order to be in control of it.
What do new cinematographers get wrong with key lights?
Well, when it comes down to key light, the key light is the main light, as the name says, key light. You can set only key light and shoot something if this is the right choice. One light. Any light can be key light, depending how you place it. What is important with the key light is what this light does to the subject, which is what we demonstrated this morning. Key light is when you put light over somebody's head, like light bulb, bare light bulb, and it looks really dramatic with deep eyes, shadows, and everything else. That's a key light. Looks ugly, yeah, but might be right for the scene. Key light is also when you take, like Fresnel and put it through some kind of diffusion material and gives you nice and softness. Key light is when you use a China ball and put it next to your talent and all of a sudden becomes nice and glowy. Key light is when you put, cucolores, that we had this little thing that creates shadows, but not too strong, just like right amount of shadow on the face, just to break it down and give it a texture. So this is a key light. It's like understanding first, what is the light that you're going for and what is that you're trying to achieve with that light. And that will tell you, okay, well, you want to go with strong Fresnel light with this and this in front, or do you want to go just with light bulb, or you want to go with the China ball, or you want to go with the softbox, or you want to go with big diffusion source. This is what key light is. And how is this going to reflect, at the end, like how the image is going to look like? Is it going to be too much to the side, too much in front? And simply just moving light a couple inches can change everything. And that's what students should know. And I think they are getting that today that we're talking about. Just simply moving light just a couple inches away changes completely how the face looks like.
Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Here is a complimentary question from our book Story Questions.